यूपीएससी प्रेपलैब, आपकी तैयारी हमारी जिम्मेदारी।
Good morning, UPSC aspirants. Welcome to UPSC Preplab, topic of the week. In this week, the most rocking thing in polity, as far as the topic of the week is considered, is defections of Aam Aadmi Party members to BJP. So the topic is, what is defection and why this is an important topic? Because this is hitting the democracy at the very roots, and it is questioning the topic of democracy altogether. That is the reason we have taken this as topic of the week. Not only this is also important theme for UPSC. If you look at previous year questions, this is one of the most important things. So we'll be discussing about what is defection, what are the constitutional provisions, why members defect to another political party, and what are the challenges with this, along with what are the way forward mechanisms. You have to remember these 5 things for UPSC mains, which is going to be a definite question as far as defections is considered. So this is Dhanunjay Reddy coming out with this topic of the week, defections. But before going into that, let me tell you one of the most important thing, that is, please subscribe to our UPSC preparation Preplab. At a very 1 rupee, you can get live NCRTs on foundations from experts, learning from civil servants directly, and complete test series along with the main courses. So just for 1 rupee, you can use my code DREDDY and join now at 1 rupee. Please join this UPSC preparation at UPSC Preplab. This is Dhanunjay Reddy, so you can use my code, that is DREDDY. So one-stop solution for all your UPSC preparation. If you are a fresher, if you are doing some job and you want to prepare for UPSC, or if you are a candidate who have already joined, this will be very helpful for you. So this is the first thing that I wanted to say before going into the topic of the week. So let's start with the defections. What is defection? Why party members defect? What are the constitutional and statutory provisions regarding to it? And what are the cons with this? And what is the way forward? These are the things that we will be discussing here. To start with, what is defection? In order to understand defection, one thing that you need to understand is how political party system functions in the country. If you look at the party system in India, so the representatives will be elected by members or people from constituencies. So you select your representative, and this person goes to Lok Sabha or Rajya Sabha or state legislative assemblies or state legislative councils. So they become your representatives. But the question is how people are electing him. He can be a party candidate like Aam Aadmi Party, BJP Party, Indian National Congress Party, so something like this. So he may be a representative of a party system, or he can be a independent member. He has come to you and asked votes based on his independent nature. He said, I am not belonging to any political party. I have this ideology. People trust me. Give me your vote. I am an independent candidate. So he can come as an independent candidate. The other mechanism which is available to enter into Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha is through the so-called nominations. So president can nominate for parliament and state legislative assemblies and councils by the so-called governor. So there are 3 ways in which our representatives will be elected. One is through party lines, the second one is through independent candidature, the third one is through nominations. But unfortunately, after giving your vote, a person who is elected from one political party can shift to another political party for some reasons, or an independent candidate can join other political party for some reasons, or a nominated member can join other political party for some members. So leaving the political party on which you have been contesting and elected, or going to other political party after getting elected through independent candidature, or after 6 months of being nominated, going and joining a political party. If you are doing these things, if you are leaving your political lines, if you are leaving your ideology, then this is said to be a defection. This is said to be defection. So what you are doing, you are cheating the people whom you have been representing. People have trusted you, they have given you the vote, now you are cheating them. So this is a election fraud. This is fraud on the public who have trusted you. This is a fraud of the constituency through which you have been elected. So this is a fraud on democracy in short. But let's look what exactly is defection and how these provisions are present. Defection is often termed as Ayaram Gayaram syndrome in Indian political party system. So sometimes Ayaram, he has come through one party, he has gone to other party. This is known as representation switching parties. One party shifted to other party. So this is called representative shifting. So the recent cases are Aam Aadmi Party members leaving to BJP and others. So this creates a rivalry. This creates rivalry. So you should know what is defection. Now the question is, why members defect? What is the need for leaving your party and going to other party? Simple. If the party in which I have been selected have lack of visionary leadership and leadership vacuum, then definitely people will defect to other political party. There should be a strong leader to guide the political party with a strong ideology, then people will be committed to that political party. But if the leader himself is corrupt, if the leader himself is not having an ideology, if the leader himself is bending, obviously people will bend. So lack of leadership is one of the major reasons why members defect. The second one is ideological dilution. Now, what do you mean by ideological dilution? I have one ideology, the left ideology, right ideology, or center ideology. I have been elected based on that. But if the party shifts the ideology altogether, I may not like it. So I have been contesting for BJP because of one ideology. If BJP is leaving that ideology and taking another ideology, I do not stay with this because people have elected me based on my ideological principles. As a result, I can defect. The third one is allegations of central government or central agencies, central coercions. So unfortunately, this is the most important thing or most discussed thing today in India. There are some central government agencies like Enforcement Directorate, CBI, ID, who conducts the so-called trials, and majority of the representatives who have been a litigant in some of the so-called corruption charges, definitely they will be taking shelter under the ruling party. So this is one of the most important things. Allegations of central coercion. Central government agencies will come. So if I shift to the ruling party, I can get that umbrella of protection. For that protection, people will defect. The fourth one is lack of inner party democracy. This is within your party, you do not have democracy. Party is going against the lines, which I do not like, which my constituent people will not like. So should I listen to the party or should I listen to the people? Conflict. So when the conflict arises, definitely what people will do, people are going to leave the political party in which they have been elected and they are going to other political party. So inner party democracy is most important thing. If I do not have that democracy as a leader to represent my people, obviously I will leave to that political party which gives me that inner party democracy. These are the major reasons why people will defect. Absence of strong leadership, shifting in the ideology in the party. Third one is allegations of central coercion, and fourth one is lack of inner party democracy. What are the constitutional provisions then? If you look at the original constitution that has come into force on 26th November 1949 and which came into effect from 26th January 1950, the provisions of defections are not written, which means you can be elected in one party, you can go to any other political party. That was the thing that was present in the original constitution. But in the year 1985, during the times of the then Prime Minister Sri Rajiv Gandhi, he has felt that this is a malfunctioning or maleficence on democracy. As a result, what his thought is, we have to come out with anti-defection provisions. You have to stop or curb these defections. So through this thought, they have amended the constitution known as 52nd Constitutional Amendment Act, and they have added 10th schedule to Indian constitution. Very important for your prelims. 52nd Constitutional Amendment Act was added. Through that 10th schedule was incorporated. According to 10th schedule, if you are elected from a political party and going to other political party against the party whip, if you are voting against the political party in which you have been elected, or if you have been a nominated member and if you are shifting the political party after 6 months, or if you are an independent member and joining political party, you will be subjected to disqualification under defections. So this is a vital barrier. It has created some barrier so that political party members will not jump from one party to other party. However, there are some flaws here. The first flaw is, if I leave, if one member leave from political party, that is completely okay. What if 1/3 of the members are leaving? So majority of the sections, 33% of the party is not satisfied with the leadership. As a result, they will be leaving. So what the 10th schedule of Indian Constitution according to 52nd Constitutional Amendment Act had, it had a provision that If one third of the members are defecting, it should not be considered as a defection provision. It should be considered as a split in the party and they will not be disqualified. One third means 33%. But in the 91st Constitutional Amendment Act, Constitution was again amended and they said that two-third members leaving the political party should be considered as defection. Shall be considered as split, not one third. If two-third of the members are leaving the political party and merging their political party to other things, they should not be disqualified. So these are the two most important constitutional provisions, extremely important as far as UPSC is considered. So 10th schedule speaks about defections added in the year 1985. To which Constitutional Amendment Act? 52nd Constitutional Amendment Act and 91st Constitutional. Very easy to remember. So what are the Constitutional Amendment Acts? 52, 91st added 10th schedule. 52, 5 2s are 10, 9 plus 1, 10. Very simple to remember. 5 2s are 10, 9 plus 1 is 10. So 10th schedule considers these things. Now another thing is the role of the officer of the house plays a very crucial function here. So the role of speaker or chairman is most important here. Why? Who will take the decisions whether you are disqualified or not? You will not be subjected to automatic dissolution or disqualification. You have to be certified by an authority. Who is that certifying authority? It is the speaker in Lok Sabha or the chairman in Rajya Sabha. Speaker in the House of the People, chairman in the House of States. He is the person who is entitled to take the decision. But Constitution did not specify by what time the speaker has to take the decision. And it also says that the final decision will be decided by the speaker and no other person should not interfere here. So there is no time-bound manner on speaker's decision. As a result, we all know that speaker or chairman will be majorly from the ruling party itself because they enjoy the majority in the house and they will select their own member to be the speaker. So the post of speaker and chairman, that itself is non-party, itself is partisan in India, as they are not neutral. How can we expect that they are going to take decisions neutrally on those members who are defecting the political party? By the end of the day, I will be defecting to the ruling party. Speaker is also from the ruling party, more or less. So this is the problem which it exists. This is the problem which it exists as far as defections are considered. So what happens, sir? Why we should worry about defections? Because it is going to create huge implications on democracy altogether. What are the implications? The frequent defection of leaders is going to create what biggest challenge. What is the challenge? It is the betrayal of electoral mandate. You are betraying your voters who have been electing you. So it is a party and electoral mandate betrayal. You are creating a fraud on the voters. Indian parliamentary system, votes are cast depending upon the political party system, and we have indirect democracies. Indirect democracies fail when the defections are very severe. So this is a betrayal of electoral mandate. The second one is chronic governance deficiency. If you are defecting, governments will fall. When governments fall, who will be there to look at the welfare of the people? Stable, strong governments are required in order to effectively implement welfare programs. But if you are defecting and if you are making the government to come down and if you are creating anarchy, anarchy is not good for democracy. Anarchy is not good for governance. Third one, erosion of political morality. Why political morality will be eroded? What do you mean by politics, ladies and gentlemen? Politics is the greatest service to the human beings. When people have elected you by keeping trust, you have to give all your life for them. But the defections speak on the other tone. What it speaks, I am going to join that political party which gives me some monetary benefit or some ministerial benefit. So rather than looking at the interests of my people, I am looking at my own self-interest. This is against the principles of leadership. What Kautilya has said, in the welfare of the subjects alone lies the welfare of the people. It is not in my welfare that people's welfare will be there. In the people's welfare, my welfare will be there. But now defections is looking after my own self-interest, looking after my own political interest, looking after my own family rather than looking at the people. This is against the so-called political morality. And most importantly, it is a threat to legislative integrity itself. Why? Legislations are made in the parliament or state legislatures. Just like the ruling party, opposition plays a very crucial role. If ruling party is coming out with some law, opposition questions it. Opposition questions the government. And if you are making the opposition members to join the ruling party, who will be there to question and to voice out their voice and ask responsibility of the ruling government? Absolutely not. So government can do whatever they like in the parliament if they do not have strong opposition. Opposition is equally important in a democracy as the ruling party because they give the voice which is not being heard by the ruling party, which has been neglecting by the ruling party. In democracy, discussions, deliberations, debates are very, very important. But this type of disruptions make the entire democracy a mockery of the so-called political party memberships. So these are the challenges. So remember the challenge directly, you can write in the answers: betrayal of electoral mandate, chronic governance deficiency, erosion of public morality, threat to legislative integrity. And you have to remember constitutional provisions on this. So what is the way forward? How can you stop them? There was one committee known as Dinesh Goswami Committee. This committee said, you have to consider seriously on the defections whenever people defect, and due to that government is going to fall. So defections can be considered very, very seriously only when there is question on the stability of the government. If one party member is leaving, two party members is leaving, leave it. But due to their leaving of the party, if the governance itself is coming to halt, if the political party which is ruling is coming to halt, then you have to take it seriously. You have to move no confidence motion immediately. And then you have to take actions on that members immediately. External adjudication. Why should the speaker enjoy or the chairman enjoy all the rights in this, who himself is from the ruling party? So this is against principles of natural justice. So rather than giving this power to the speaker or the chairman, give this power to an independent external adjudicator like Election Commission of India or the so-called Supreme Court of India, the judge of Supreme Court of India. Let them decide within the limited time frame whether these fellows has to be disqualified or not, rather than giving unlimited time for the speaker who is from the ruling party to decide it. So external adjudicators should be present in deciding the defections. The third one is strict cool-off period. Now, if I jump from my party to other political party, if I get the ministerial post, everyone will jump. So there should be strict cool-off period saying that if you are defecting, that is your wish, but I will not be giving you membership. I will not be giving you ministerial berth. I will not be giving you some benefits. Only due to benefits, I will be jumping. So strict cool-off period should be there. And the central agencies like Enforcement Directorate, CBI, IB, all these should act neutrally. Whether you join the political party or not, once a case is booked against you, you have to complete that within the time frame irrespective of the political party lines. Then whether you are in the ruling party or in the opposition, the same rule has to be applied. So this is called strict cooling off period. And strengthen inner party democracy. Why are you clubbing the mouth of your elected members? So give freedom to them to even question the ruling part, even to question the so-called party heads also, party presidents also. So there should be strengthening of inner party democracy. You have to strengthen, you have to give voice to the so-called members to question even the so-called party. Then only you can come out with this. And above all, what is the most important thing? You want to really defect, submit your resignation, go for the general elections, go for the elections, and if people trust you again, go to the other party. So the best thing is you should not defect. Take that moral responsibility, political accountability, resign to the post, resign to the so-called membership, go to fresh elections, stand before the people that I am going to defect because of these reasons, and if people elect you back, you're free to go. This is the way to uphold the trust of people, to uphold the trust of democracy, and to uphold the principles of constitutionalism in this country. Only then we can call this as the true democracy. India is called as the world's largest democracy. It will be in letter and spirit if the members who are elected is doing this way. So this is the way forward. So in UPSC mains, ladies and gentlemen, they will ask defections. So what you have to write, what is defection that I have given? Why political party members defect? 4 points or 5 points. What are the challenges due to democracy due to defections? And what is the way forward? This is 115 marker for any aspirant that you should know. Along with this, not only for aspirants, Even if you are a common man, you have to understand what is defection, because as a member of Indian political system, as a citizen of this country, we should know what exactly is the fault that is creating. So this is for those candidates. And before winding up this session, for more such regular updates of topic of the week's current affairs discussions, you can subscribe to our Telegram channel, UPSC Preplab. Please join this Telegram channel, subscribe to this Telegram channel, where we are giving you weekly subject-wise topics, topic of the week for GS paper 1, GS paper 2, GS paper 3, GS paper 4. And we are giving you current affairs. The best faculties of the country is dealing you the current affairs here. And all the courses is given at a very, very nominal fees. That is 1 rupee. You can have the foundations of UPSC altogether. So this is our Telegram channel. You can join here. So this is about the topic of the week, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for giving me this opportunity. I wish all the candidates the very best luck for your preparation. We will be coming out with the new topic of the week very soon. Until then, take care, ladies and gentlemen. Catch you next week. This is Dhanunjay Reddy signing off from UPSC Preplab. Wish you all the very best.